Hello, I'm the Anime Viewer 66, and today I'm going to be doing a response video to GRAkada's video on what exactly is anime. Now, in this video, he was basically saying that the line of what is anime and what is cartoon is kind of getting blurred. With shows like Avatar: The Last Airbender or Teen Titans, the lines are sort of getting mixed up of what is anime and what is cartoon. Now, some people would say anime is strictly, and I mean strictly, from Japan, and animation from Japan. And then some other people may say, no, anime is a more of a stylistic choice. It is a style of doing things. And that's true too. Both of them sort of have a ring of truth to both of them. However, here's my position on the thing. When you say, well, it's just from a specific region, that may be true, that it may be classified as just from that specific region, but then when someone makes something so similar to it, like Avatar: The Last Airbender, that looks and sounds and just feels like an anime, is it right to just label it a cartoon? And from that matter, just saying, oh, it's a specific art style, on that side of it, well, think about this. If you just take anime in general, the animation from Japan, there are tons and tons and tons of variations on the Japanese art style. There's moe, there's chibi, there's super realistic, there's gritty, there's this little sunshine look to it. There's also this little Christine, like shine on the hair kind of look to it. There's these multicolored hair people. There's these more realistic hairs. There's the old style where it looks more rough and gritty with the old-fashioned way of doing it, and now they got the more sophisticated way of doing it, obviously, where everything looks a bit more cut and press. My point is, there are many, many, many different variations of art in Japan of these animes. And likewise, in something like, well, on our Western cartoons, there's many variations to that. For instance, if you look at a show like Ed, Edd and Eddy, it looks a great deal different than something like, just say, for instance, Gravity Falls. So what does all this mean? Well, as you get more and more into what is this and what is that, it's all about the individual defining it for themselves. Me personally, I've always liked the idea of anime is from Japan, but I've also seen that Avatar: The Last Airbender, I really feel like it is an anime, because it just feels so much like it is one. However, like I said, there's a whole big argument back and forth about all that. So, I don't remember exactly who said this. I believe it was a voice actor from the anime IGPX Immortal Grand Prix. I believe it was one of them. But I remember watching it a while back, and he basically said that he hopes for one day where the line of anime and the line of cartoons will sort of blend together to make something truly great, where we will no longer have to classify this as anime and this as cartoons, where these styles become so similar and so mished that it becomes the same, where animation is just classified as animation. Now, I know what a lot of you are saying. I know a lot of otakus out there are going, how dare you say that? Anime is completely different from cartoons. We shall never accept something that absurd. I understand, but just listen for a minute. This is why we have such a kind of strange fandom, in a sense. Because, just like GRAkada said in his video, the term of what is anime and what is not anime differs from person to person and from country to country. Because here in the West, we really define it as just something from Japan. But in Japan, anything that is animation is anime. That's why you have all these differences. Take this, for example. If you go to a convention, I guarantee you, if you go to an anime convention that is mainly strictly anime, like just say something like Anime Northwest, or say, for instance, something more in the American, like a Comic-Con or something like that, or Hamacon, wherever you may be, different cons, obviously. But if you go to an anime convention, I guarantee you, you will see more cosplays than just anime cosplays. You will see MLP cosplays. You will see Homestuck cosplays. I've even seen Star Trek cosplays in this. Come on, man. There's tons of different variations. There's furry costumes, not even going to get into that right now. There are tons and tons. And if you go to the dealer's room, it's not just anime being sold. I saw an entire booth devoted to My Little Pony at one point. Basically what I'm getting at is the lines are really getting blurred, and people want to hold on to what is familiar and unique to them. But instead of just being an encompassing, I am an anime otaku, that is what I am, I think we all need to sit back and think, maybe, just maybe, we could rename it here in the West as being more of animation in general. Now, obviously, that's for the community. That would be a big step and not something that everyone would be all for, obviously, because there's a lot of people that would be against that. But I think that, for me personally, I am a fan of most animation. Obviously, there are shows I don't like, but I like Western style, I like Eastern style, and within those two individual styles, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of variations of those styles. So really, it comes down to personal preference. But as for me personally, I say that I am an animation otaku. I love anime, I love cartoons, I love animation. But now I want to hear from you guys. Just like GRArkada said, I want this to be spread out through the otaku community, through YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, wherever you want to go to discuss all this. What do you guys think about this? I would love to hear more from you guys. I'm the Anime Viewer 66. Thank you, and good night.